People of God, listen to me very carefully. When life begins to speak, it does not speak in words. It speaks in situations. And when those situations come, people around you begin to write your story before you even begin to live it. They look at where you are. They look at what you wear. They look at the family you came from, and they say, this one will never rise. This one will never make it. This one will never be anything. But I stand here to tell you, you will prove them wrong. You see, life has a strange way of hiding greatness inside rejection. The stone that the builders rejected is often the very one that becomes the cornerstone. When people reject you, they are not seeing your end. They are only reacting to your beginning. Your beginning may be small, your environment may be poor, your condition may be rough. But that does not define your destiny. Listen to me. Your destiny is not in the mouth of those who doubt you. It is in the hands of the one who created you. Your destiny is not written by those who laugh at you. It is written by the one who formed you. You must learn to let their disbelief become your discipline. You must let their mockery become your motivation. You must let their rejection become your reminder that the same people who counted you out will soon count on you. When you are walking through pain, don't cry like a victim. Rise like a warrior. When you are walking through loneliness, don't let it break you. Let it build you. When you are walking through delay, don't think you are denied. You are only being developed. The world measures your value by what they can see. God measures it by what He planted inside you. And until what is inside you begins to speak, people will never understand who you are. That is why I tell you, be silent when they doubt you. Let your results answer them. You don't need to announce what you are becoming. Manifestation is the best announcement. Some of you, people have already concluded your story. They said you are finished. You are done. You are nothing. You are a failure. But I tell you, the same people will watch you rise. The same mouths that called you useless will one day testify about your usefulness. The same people who said, you cannot make it, will one day ask you how you did it. Because you see, delay is not denial. Rejection is not reduction. Every season of pain is a prophecy of promotion. When life closes one door, it is not rejection, it is redirection. When people leave you, it is not the end, it is preparation for new company. You are not what people say about you. You are what God placed inside you. You are not defined by who walked away. You are defined by who stayed. And even when no one stayed, remember this: God never left. Listen, you cannot prove them wrong by fighting them. You prove them wrong by becoming what they said you could not become. You cannot prove them wrong by talking back. You prove them wrong by working hard in silence. You cannot prove them wrong by begging for their approval. You prove them wrong by building something they cannot ignore. Sometimes God allows rejection so you can find your real direction. If they had accepted you, you would have settled there. If they had celebrated you, you would have stayed small. But when they pushed you away, you were forced to discover your strength. So don't be angry when people mock you. Thank them because they are unknowingly preparing you. Don't hate them because they are playing their part in your promotion. Sometimes your enemies are the best ushers to your destiny. When life says no, keep moving. When people say stop, keep believing. When the world says you cannot, keep proving you can. Because nothing can stop a heart that refuses to quit. The greatest revenge in life is success born out of peace. Don't try to show them with anger. Show them with excellence. Don't try to prove them wrong with your words. Prove them wrong with your works. Listen, the most painful betrayal often comes from familiar faces. The most dangerous opposition often comes from the ones you trusted. But don't let their betrayal become your bitterness. Let it become your breakthrough. Some of you here, you are carrying pain in your heart because someone looked at you and said, you are not good enough. Someone told you, you will never rise. Someone mocked your dream. But let me tell you, it is not their voice that will decide your future. It is your persistence. You don't need everyone to believe in you. You only need to believe in yourself. When they laugh, let them laugh, but keep moving. When they gossip, let them gossip, but keep building. When they doubt, let them doubt, but keep believing. Because one day, your silence will speak louder than their words. One day, your results will silence every insult. One day, your testimony will answer every critic. You see, when God begins to bless a man, he does not consult those who doubted him. When your time comes, it will not be a meeting, it will be a manifestation. They will not understand how it happened because they were not supposed to. What they thought was your ending will become your elevation. Every champion was once a contender that refused to give up. Every success story began with someone who refused to listen to failure. And every strong man you see today was once broken but chose to heal in faith. So, rise up from your pain. Rise up from your disappointment. Rise up from your rejection. Rise up from your delay, because life does not reward the ones who complain. It rewards the ones who continue. Sometimes you have to walk alone. Sometimes you have to cry in private. Sometimes you have to be misunderstood. But those moments of isolation are not punishment. They are preparation. While people are laughing, heaven is designing. While people are rejecting, destiny is redirecting. While people are mocking, God is molding. When life turns its back on you, don't lose hope. It is only turning you in the right direction. Your opposition is not your obstacle. It is your opportunity. The greater the opposition, the greater the confirmation that you carry something powerful. People do not throw stones at trees without fruit. If you are being attacked, it means you are carrying something worth fighting for. So instead of crying, thank God for the evidence of greatness. Those who try to bury you do not know you are a seed. When they cover you with dirt, it is not the end. It is the beginning of growth. The same soil that was meant to bury, you will become the ground that produces you. Listen, proving them wrong does not mean proving that you are better. It means proving that you were never broken. Proving them wrong means showing the world that their rejection could not kill your confidence, that their words could not stop your purpose, that their laughter could not silence your destiny. Let me tell you, people will doubt you not because you are weak, but because your strength reminds them of their own fear. They will mock you not because you are small, but because your potential makes them uncomfortable. They will reject you not because you are unworthy, but because your destiny exposes their insecurity. So don't fight them. Outgrow them. Don't argue with them. Outperform them. Don't curse them. Outshine them. When they say, you cannot, say nothing, just do it. When they say, you are not qualified, say nothing, just show up. When they say, you are finished, say nothing, just rise again. The best response to disbelief is demonstration. The best proof of destiny is consistency. Listen to me. What you are going through now is not meant to destroy you. It is meant to display you. Your struggle is not a sign of defeat. It is a stage for revelation. The same fire that burns others will refine you. The same storm that sinks others will lift you. But only if you refuse to give up. You must reach a point in your life where you say, no, I will no longer live by what people say. I will live by what I am becoming. You must reach a point where you stop explaining yourself to those who have already decided not to understand you. Because when you are focused on proving them wrong, you have no time to argue. Listen. The reason they don't believe in you is because they can only see your history. They cannot see your destiny. But what they don't know is that God hides greatness behind ordinary beginnings. When they say, nothing good can come from you, that is the proof that something great is about to come out. They said, you are not educated enough, but wisdom does not always come from classrooms. They said, you are not connected enough. But when heaven connects you, no man can disconnect you. They said, you are too late. But the one who owns time can reverse time. They said, you are finished, but your story has just begun. You will rise. You will rebuild. You will recover. You will reign. But listen carefully. Proving everyone wrong is not about pride. It is about purpose. It is not about showing them you are powerful. It is about showing the world that faith still works, perseverance still wins, and purpose still prevails. Let them see that peace is stronger than pain. Let them see that forgiveness is stronger than bitterness. Let them see that focus is stronger than fear. Every time they said, "You can't," it was heaven whispering, "You can." Every time they closed a door, it was heaven opening another. Every time they laughed at you, it was heaven preparing to lift you. Don't let their words lie rent free in your heart. Don't let their doubts become your limits. Don't let their rejection become your reflection. Keep walking. Keep working. Keep waiting. Because there is always a reward for the one who refuses to quit. You will not be remembered by what people said about you. You will be remembered by what you did despite what they said. Every great man or woman was once underestimated. Every world changer was once laughed at. Every destiny carrier was once ignored. But those who endure long enough, those who believe deep enough, those who rise again after every fall, they become living evidence that faith never fails. So today, if you feel forgotten, rise. If you feel abandoned, rise. If you feel broken, rise. Because every rising begins in the heart before it appears in the eyes. And one day soon, those who mocked you will say, "We always knew you would make it." Those who doubted you will say, "We believed in you from the beginning." Don't argue. Just smile. Because you will know you have already proven them wrong. You will not need to fight for recognition. Your results will announce you. You will not need to beg for acceptance. Your excellence will attract it. You will not need to explain your story. Your success will tell it. So keep going, keep believing, keep proving. Because the greatest proof of destiny is not talk. It is transformation. You are not behind, you are being prepared. You are not forgotten, you are being refined. You are not finished, you are being positioned. And soon, very soon, the same people who wrote you off will be forced to rewrite your story. Not because you argued with them, but because your success left them speechless. So rise, child of destiny. Rise from the dust of doubt. Rise from the ashes of rejection. Rise from the ruins of failure. Because you were never created to blend in. You were created to stand out. You were never born to be a victim. You were born to be a victor. You were never meant to follow the crowd. You were meant to lead it. Prove them wrong not by shouting, but by shining. Prove them wrong not by anger, but by achievement. Prove them wrong not by revenge, but by results. And when you finally rise, stay humble. When you finally succeed, stay grateful. Because the goal is not to silence people, it is to fulfill purpose. The goal is not to boast, it is to become. The goal is not to show them you are better, it is to show the world that perseverance wins. So, when the voices of doubt come, answer them with action. When fear whispers, answer it with faith. When delay tempts you to quit, remember who you are. Because your future is not in the hands of people, it is in the hands of God. And when God decides to lift you, no one can stop it. No voice can cancel it. No opinion can change it. You were created for greatness. You were designed for impact. You were destined to rise. So stand tall, walk strong, speak less, work more, and let your life become the loudest answer. People of faith, listen to me. When the world looks at you and says you cannot, heaven is already whispering that you will. When people see your weakness, God sees your training. When they see your mistakes, heaven sees your message. They may look at your background and conclude that nothing great can come out of you, but your background does not determine your destiny. What you have been through is not the end of your story. It is the soil from which your strength will grow. You see, people are quick to judge by appearance, but destiny speaks in silence. They only see the surface, but greatness grows in secret. They saw Joseph as a prisoner, but God saw a prime minister. They saw David as a shepherd boy, but God saw a king. They saw Esther as an orphan, but God saw a queen. People see where you are. God sees where you are going. That is why you must learn to stop explaining your calling to those who were never meant to understand it. You must stop waiting for approval from people who are too blind to see your potential. There are moments in life when it feels like everything is working against you. You are working hard, but nothing seems to change. You are believing, but no one believes in you. You are giving your all, but the world gives you nothing in return. In those moments, it is easy to break, to give up, to surrender to their opinions. But listen, your greatest strength is born when you continue walking in faith, even when you see no results. Because proving them wrong is not about fighting them. It is about finishing your assignment. It is about rising above every limitation they set for you and becoming the very thing they said you could never be. They said you could not rise without support, yet you will rise. They said you would never recover from what happened to you, yet you will recover. They said you were finished, yet you will begin again. They said you would never heal, yet you will stand strong, because the same stone they threw at you will become the foundation of your testimony. The same words they used to break you will become the words they use to praise you. The same voices that mocked you will one day ask for your secret. The reason why they doubt you is because they only see your process, not your promise. Every seed looks like a dead thing until it grows. When they look at you and say you are finished, it is because they cannot see that you are still growing beneath the surface. The seed that survives the darkness is the one that brings fruit in the light. So when life puts you in dark places, don't panic. You are not buried. You are being planted. Every delay, every disappointment, every rejection, every closed door is watering the seed of greatness inside you. You must understand this truth. The people who underestimate you are part of your preparation. Their disbelief trains you to believe deeper. Their rejection teaches you to rely less on people and more on purpose. Their betrayal sharpens your discernment. Their mockery strengthens your motivation. When they laugh at you, they are unknowingly confirming that there is something in you worth noticing. Because no one mocks what is meaningless. The enemy only attacks what carries value. When people walk away, don't chase them. Your future is not walking with them. When they close doors, don't knock twice. Your destiny is not in that room. When they speak against you, don't answer. Your results will be your response. When they doubt your potential, don't waste time convincing them. Just become. Because the best way to prove everyone wrong is not by speaking louder, it is by shining brighter. You must learn to become unstoppable in silence. You must learn to build when no one claps, to move when no one supports, to believe when no one agrees. When others are busy talking about you, you should be busy transforming into something they will not recognize. You must rise in discipline, rise in character, rise in patience, rise in focus. Because destiny does not reveal itself to the impatient. It rewards those who endure quietly. There will come a time when the same people who ignored you will search for you. The same people who laughed at your dreams will quote your words. The same people who mocked your pain will admire your strength. But you must go through the process that makes you into the person they doubted. You cannot skip the valley if you want to reach the mountain. You cannot avoid rejection if you want to be refined. You cannot run from struggle if you want to carry strength. Greatness is not handed to you. It is formed inside you through pain, pressure, and perseverance. People may look at you and say, "You are too ordinary," but God loves to use the ordinary to create the extraordinary. They may say you are too late, but time itself bows before destiny. They may say you are too broken, but broken things in the hands of God become masterpieces. They may say you are not qualified, but favor is the greatest qualification. They may say you are too small, but David was smaller than Goliath, and still he won. It is not the size of the person that matters. It is the size of the faith inside them. Stop trying to prove them wrong by arguing. Don't waste your breath defending yourself. Every word you speak in anger only fuels their disbelief. Instead, let your work speak. Let your consistency speak. Let your transformation speak. Let your results make the announcement. Silence is not weakness. It is wisdom. When you are busy becoming, You have no time for bitterness. When you are focused on purpose, you have no space for pain. When you are walking in destiny, you are too high to hear the noise below. They said, you couldn't change your life. Change it anyway. They said, you couldn't achieve your dream. Achieve it anyway. They said, you couldn't heal from what hurt you. Heal anyway. They said, you couldn't start over. Start anyway. They said, you couldn't win. Win anyway, because you can't from them should become a watch me from you. Every word that was meant to stop, you should become the fuel that drives you. People who doubt you are like mirrors that only reflect your past. Don't let them make you forget who you are becoming. You are not the mistakes you made. You are the lessons you learned. You are not the rejection you faced. You are the strength that survived it. You are not the pain you carry. You are the healing that will inspire others. Every scar you have is a story of survival. Every tear you cried is a seed of tomorrow's joy. Every failure you faced is proof that you tried, that you refused to quit, that you still believe. When they said you couldn't make it, they didn't know the kind of fire that burns inside you. They didn't know the kind of grace that covers you. They didn't know the kind of destiny that drives you. You have come too far to give up now. You have cried too many tears to stop now. You have survived too many storms to sink now. Every voice that says you can't will soon be silenced by the sound of your victory. Listen, when life becomes difficult, don't pray for it to become easier. Pray for the strength to keep moving. Every strong person you admire today has gone through something painful in private. Every confident person you see today once walked through seasons of confusion. Every successful person you see today once faced nights of doubt. But they refused to stop. They refused to surrender. They refused to be defined by people's opinions. That is how they proved everyone wrong, by becoming everything they were told they could not be. Your journey will not be easy, but it will be worth it. You will face seasons when you have no support. You will face moments when you are misunderstood. You will face days when your dream seems impossible. But that is how greatness is built, not in comfort, but in conflict. When your back is against the wall, remember this pressure only breaks those who were never meant to last. Diamonds are made in darkness, not in daylight. Strength is born in struggle, not in success. And faith is proven in fire, not in comfort. You are not in competition with anyone. You are in a race with your own purpose. Stop comparing your journey to others. Comparison is the thief of confidence. The only person you must prove wrong is the old version of yourself that thought you couldn't do it. Rise above your excuses. Rise above your fears. Rise above the limits you once believed. The only permission you need to become great is your own decision to try again. You may not have support now, but don't worry. Your vision doesn't need applause, it needs endurance. You may not have recognition now, but don't stop. Your excellence will introduce you at the right time. You may not have results yet, but don't give up. Every small step is building something bigger than what they can see. Keep doing the right thing even when no one notices, because God notices. Keep showing up even when it hurts, because consistency is your crown. Keep believing even when it looks impossible, because faith creates what fear destroys. One day you will look back and see that every delay, every betrayal, every heartbreak was necessary. Every door that closed was protection. Every no you heard was direction. Every fall you faced was correction. And when you stand on the mountain, you will realize the people who said you couldn't climb were never your enemies, they were your motivation. Without their doubt, you would have never discovered your depth. Without their rejection, you would have never developed resilience. Without their laughter, you would have never learned to listen only to your purpose. They said you couldn't rise. Rise anyway. They said you couldn't win. Win anyway. They said you couldn't change. Change anyway. They said you couldn't make it out. Make it out anyway. Every no you receive is not a full stop. It is only a comma in your story. Keep writing. Keep believing. Keep becoming. Because at the end, they will realize that their words were too small to stop your destiny. You are stronger than they think. You are wiser than they imagine. You are tougher than they expected. You are carrying something they cannot see. That is why they cannot understand you. Stop looking for validation in their applause. Stop begging for approval from the same mouths that doubted you. When you prove them wrong, do it with humility. When you succeed, do it with grace. When you rise, do it with compassion. Because real strength is not loud. It is calm, focused, and confident. And when they finally see you walking in the same destiny they said was impossible, don't remind them of their words. Let your existence remind them. Don't correct them. Let your excellence correct them. Don't boast. Let your breakthrough speak. Because the moment you become everything they said you couldn't be, you no longer need to say a word. Your life becomes the testimony. Your success becomes the answer. Your presence becomes the proof. Keep going. Keep believing. Keep building. Keep becoming.